SOC 1 for iGaming, auditing the financial database in the cloud. This is the audit angle on a report every gaming operator relies on, and where it really stands or falls. Strip away the graphics and the jackpots, and an iGaming platform is a financial transaction engine. Every spin, deposit, withdrawal, and bonus is a movement of money, and every one of those movements is recorded, reconciled, and reported from one place. That place is a database. Player balances, the transaction ledger, gross gaming revenue, bonus liabilities, the financial truth of the whole operation sits in a set of tables. And increasingly, those tables live in a managed cloud database the operator does not run, Amazon RDS or Aurora, Azure SQL, Google Cloud SQL. The data an operator's accounts are built on now resides on infrastructure it neither owns nor administers. So what does a SOC 1 actually cover? It is an independent auditor's opinion on the controls at a service organization that are relevant to its client's internal control over financial reporting. The word to hold on to is financial. SOC 1 is not a general security certificate. Broader security and availability belong to a SOC 2, a separate report. Two types exist, and the difference matters. A Type 1 assesses whether the controls are suitably designed at a single point in time, a snapshot on one day. A Type 2 tests whether they operated effectively across a period, usually 6 to 12 months. And for a live database moving real player money, only a Type 2 is real assurance. A design opinion on one day tells you nothing about the 11 months you were not watching. When a report is only a Type 1, treat it as a starting point, not proof. Now the cloud twist. A managed cloud database splits responsibility in two. Under the shared responsibility model, the provider secures the underlying infrastructure, while the operator remains responsible for its data, its access, and its configuration. Moving the database to the cloud outsources the plumbing. It does not outsource control over the financial data inside it. So when the auditor examines the cloud database, there are two ways in, and both must be governed. First, the data plane, normal database access, who can connect and run queries against the wallet and revenue tables. And second, the control plane, the cloud provider's own management layer, the IAM console and APIs, which can snapshot, restore, reconfigure, or delete the entire database without ever issuing a single query. Least privilege, multi-factor authentication, and prompt removal of levers must apply to both. Check database logins but ignore who holds cloud administrator rights, and you have missed half the attack surface. The single most important control at the data layer is the restriction of direct changes to the data. When a database administrator edits a wallet balance or a revenue figure directly, the change bypasses every input, processing, and validation control the application would have applied. It is the gaming equivalent of reaching into the ledger with a pen. It must be tightly restricted, logged, and independently reviewed. One more piece. The cloud provider is, in SOC 1 terms, a subservice organization, and it is usually carved out of the platform's report, so its own SOC reports sit underneath. To get real comfort, read both, and check there is no gap between them. And every report lists complementary user entity controls, the things the operator itself must do for the platform's controls to work. Accept a clean report but skip those, and you have done only half the job. So the takeaway. Outsource the database to the cloud and you outsource the hardware, never the accountability for the financial truth inside it. Read the SOC 1 the way an auditor does, a Type 2 over the right scope, both access planes controlled, direct data changes locked down, the subservice provider followed through, and the whole thing holds up.